Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Banter with Brooke, my podcast. I am your host, Brooke Podcast, and this week's episode, I'm a little scared to film because, as you can see from the title, it's going to be very controversial, and I hope you guys don't cancel me. I think I'm a pretty good person, so I don't think any of my opinions are too crazy. But even if you disagree with them, it's okay because people can disagree on things and it's fine. So I came up with a list of pretty controversial topics. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? I slept on wet hair last night, so that's what my hair is giving. But anyway, so like I said, have a list of some controversial topics. And I am also excited to film this though, because I love to debate and I love to have conversations like these. So the first one I have has to do with abortion. That was a horrible yawn placement. Like, seriously, what are you doing? But abortion, pro-life versus pro-choice. To be honest, let's be real. First of all, I am pro-choice, okay? Let me just make that clear. I am very, very, very pro-choice. Because I was going to say there's only one right answer, which I think it is pro-choice, but people are allowed to have the other opinion, which I can't do anything about. But I feel like pro-life, it's like, oh yeah, like it's a life like that you're killing, whatever. What about the mother's life? Like, that thing isn't even born yet. It's not even alive. And you care about the thing that's not even alive yet more than you care about the woman carrying it. That should just show you how fucking crazy it is that women are treated like that. Because why do they care about an unborn thing more than they care about the woman herself? Like, crazy. But yeah, I think pro-choice is, because I think people also forget that pro-choice, you can still be pro-choice and not want to get an abortion yourself. You just think that if people want one, they should be able to get one, which to me, that seems like the obvious answer. Like, people should have the choice if they want to get one or not. I think also people say, because another thing I have written down on this controversial topic list is that some people should just not have children, because people love to say that like they should only be able to get an abortion if they got sexually assaulted, or if they're like, I don't know, like people just like say they only think abortion is fine if this or this happens. And I think no, if someone just doesn't want to have a baby, they should be able to get one. Like, do you know, like, because some people should not have kids. If this person does not want to have a kid, they should not be forced to have it. Do you know how many children are in foster care that go from home to home to home? How many homeless children there are? How many, like, if people are not only if they're not financially able to take care of a kid, if they're not mentally stable enough, if they don't have their shit together enough, they should not have a kid. Why do we want all these kids to come into this world when the mother isn't ready to have the kid? Like, that's what I also don't understand about pro-life. It's like the mother is not ready for whatever that means to her. If she's not financially ready, emotionally ready to have this kid, and they're like, no, you have to have it. Okay, now that kid's gonna grow up with trauma and problems because the mother wasn't fit to take care of it. Like, I'm just pro-choice all around. And yeah, I feel like that's not really controversial because well, abortion in general is a controversial topic, obviously, because people debate it so much. But going back to some people should not have children, like I was saying, some people are not financially able. Some people also literally just want kids like for an accessory. I feel like they're like, oh, I want a baby. And then the baby grows up and they realize they're still responsible for this child. And that's why we have all these fucking iPad kids, because these parents don't want to parent their kid. They literally just shove a screen in their face and they're like, okay, like the amount of kids I see at restaurants with iPads in their face makes me so sad. We never brought technology out to eat when we were kids, ever. Like, teach your kid how to act in a restaurant. Don't just shove an iPad in its face. Like, people literally just want kids to have them, because as soon as the kid starts crying, starts annoying them, they just give them whatever they want or give them fucking the iPad. It's like, that's not raising your kid. Your kid's not going to know how to process its emotions, because every time it's crying or anything, you just give it what it wants, which that's going to set them up for failure for future relationships, because they're going to just think they get everything they want. And people also just like don't know how to take care of a kid, which no one does. Like, you have kids, like I was saying, no one does. Like, you have kids and there's not like a manual how to raise a kid. Like, you kind of figure it out on your own. But I feel like some people just really aren't capable and they should not have children. I don't know. I feel like people are going to have children and do whatever they want. But I just feel bad for the children when that happens, because like I said, there's so many kids in foster care that just don't have anyone to call their real family, and they just bounce from house to house. And these children, I'm so scared for these children that are, growing up right now, because like I said, I see so many children with iPads and all this stuff, and they're just not going to know how to act like a human being. So that makes me really sad. But that's kind of my whole kid. That's where I stand on that. I am pro-choice, and I think that not everyone should have kids just because they want to. I think you need to realize that that is a responsibility, a huge responsibility. You are raising a life. And like I said, not everyone's going to be the perfect mother. Like, you're going to argue with your kids. You're going to, like, it's fine. That's all part of life. That's normal. However, I think that you should not have kids just because you want them. I think you should really reflect inward and say, am I emotionally ready to have a kid? Am I really prepared to devote my time and energy into raising this kid for however long, like 18 years minimum? So yeah. The next one I have is gun control. I'm very against guns. Guns kind of really intimidate me, scare me. I think if the whole entire world just got rid of guns altogether, like, imagine how awesome that would be. Like, if nobody in the world had guns, like if no one in the world had guns, that would be like, obviously people would still fight with like knives or whatever, but it's like anything more than a gun too. Like, no, if the world, we had no bombs, no guns, and it was just like, that would be so good. But that obviously isn't how it is. And I think it's okay to have one for self-defense, but I don't think there's any reason that automatic like do type that was crazy. That sounded like a fucking chicken, like cock-a-doodle-doo, or is that a rooster? I don't know. I don't think those need to be in the hands of anybody besides military personnel, because I think if people need a pistol or they want a shotgun, I would not get one, but I think that's okay. Because people do need things for self-defense. So I think those would be fine. But I just think my opinion is guns should not be a thing, period. But since they are, I think there needs to be way more. Like, why do they sell literal guns at Walmart? Like, I feel like, or like Bass Pro Shop, like, I feel like guns are just way too easily available. And I think there needs to be way more severe background checks, all that stuff. I think also people who have guns and have children need to do a way better job of hiding their things or not telling their kids where they are, because like there's certain school shootings where like it'll be adults coming into the school, but usually it's like a kid who goes to that school brings a gun and does something. So it's like, why are these kids having access to guns? It's because the parents have guns. Like, I don't know. I think people are just way too lenient with them. And yeah, they're just really scary. Like, I think, I don't know. I don't like them. I don't know if that's controversial. Don't hate me. I'm just telling you guys my opinions, okay? Next one I have is artificial intelligence or AI. I hate that shit. That is actually the scariest thing I've ever heard of. Why is that a thing? Why is it continuing to like develop into something else? Like, I don't even know. Is that robot that I know you guys have seen what I'm talking about? There's like this robot that like answers questions, and I think it's like AI. And I don't know. I just get really scared because robots are for real going to take over one day. I mean, I hope that's not the case because humans are the ones who have to make the robots. So I feel like we should just not fucking make them. Like, ugh, I'm so annoyed with how technology has, like, how it's got, like, where it is now. Like, we had the perfect amount before, I feel like. We literally had phones. I don't know. I feel like phones and computers and, like, Google should be fine. We don't need all these stupid social media apps. We don't need AI. We don't need fucking like those fucking things. I think, I don't know, there might just be in like big cities, but I've seen it in like LA. Those little white robots that can bring you your DoorDash or whatever, like you order food and the robots deliver your food. It's like, how fucking lazy are we getting? Like, I don't know. I feel like technology has gotten way too far. We don't need this much. It makes us lazy. It makes us like, people don't know how to have conversations like at all. And I also am like really addicted to my phone. Like, I actually need, if I'm doing something, like if I'm out in public doing something, I will not be on my phone. But if I'm like at home and have nothing to do, I'm sitting on my phone. Even if I have other stuff to do, like I need to read this book that I started. I have a show I want to finish watching. I can always edit for my podcast and stuff, but I'll just sit on my phone and it's really bad. Either way though, I think AI is so scary. Like all like the singers, like the songs that people are making of like AI singers, YouTubers, they can be like, oh, buy my AI and like you can talk to AI me. And it's like so weird. There's like an AI or what, I don't know the difference, to be honest, between Chat GBT. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I don't know the difference between Chat GBT or AI. I think they're very similar. I think you just ask Chat GBT stuff and say stuff to it and I'll talk to you. And that's like same with AI. There's literally like Chat GBT boyfriends. Like you can talk to them. Like it's just gone way too far. And it's like, how about you stop talking to a artificial thing and go make real life connections? Like, I don't know. It just really scares me. So that's my take on AI. I don't think it should be a thing. I think it's going way too far. I think technology in general has gone way too far. And I think it's so fucking pointless and stupid. I wish I could remove my AI from my Snapchat, because you know how it gave like an AI Snapchat character, like so fucking weird. I don't know. So dystopian, like talking to fake. Oh, it's really just scares me. Next one I have is assisted suicide. And okay, this might be controversial. Oh God, please don't cancel me. Please don't cancel me. I think in some cases it's okay. I feel like people say that it's so selfish to do that, to end your own life. But okay, the reason that it made me change my opinion on this was I read this book. It's called Me Before You. And I don't remember if it was based off a true story or not. But the main guy in it got in a horrible accident and he was literally paralyzed from the neck down. So he couldn't do anything on his own. Like he just had to sit there and be fed, be bathed. Like he just felt like he just did not want to live. Like he was like, this is horrible. I can't literally do anything. And at the end, he found love, and she didn't want him to, but he still wanted to, and she took it very personal and was very mad at him. But she realized, and he realized, like she had to not, she was wanting him to stay. Like, isn't it kind of selfish the other way? Like if someone who wants assisted suicide is like literally struggling every single day, isn't it kind of selfish of you to want them to stay for you? You know what I mean? Like if they really are like so miserable, why should you want them to stay and continue to be miserable? I don't know. I feel like if you're just like, which I'm not trying to dismiss or undervalue a teenager's depression, but I think if you're just like a depressed teen or whatever, I don't think you should be able to do assisted suicide. I think you're very young. You have a lot of time left. Like I was very depressed in high school and I'm completely fine now, and I would have hated if I did that. You know what I mean? So I think that should not be a thing. I think for cases like what I was just talking about, like if someone is literally like completely paralyzed, or if they have like a debilitating like terminal illness, things like that, I think it should at least be an option. I don't know. I mean, people don't think it's wrong when you do it, which I know this is very different, but people don't think it's wrong when you do it for dogs. Like if dogs are sick and are not well, why would you want them to suffer? You just put them down. It should be this, like, I don't know, because you love your dog and you don't want them to suffer. So if you love whoever it is, your family member, your friend, and they're suffering horribly, I don't know. That one is kind of, because I feel like if I was in that situation, like someone I knew wanted to, I would be like, please don't, please don't, please don't. But like I was saying, wouldn't that be selfish of me? So I don't know. That one is very much, I don't know. But reading that book kind of really did open my eyes, because it's like, I don't know. But the next one I have is the death penalty. I don't know. I feel like the death penalty should not be a thing. I also wrote down animal testing as a controversial topic, because I fucking think that should not be a thing. And the reason I just brought that up into the death penalty topic is because instead of giving horrible people the death penalty, because that's just putting them out of their misery. Like I was saying with the assisted suicide, like these people are suffering and we help them. Like, no, these people need to suffer. I'm sorry. And I don't like to wish bad upon anybody. But I think instead of animal testing, we should test on those type of people, like the people who are on death row for doing horrible things. They shouldn't get to just be put out of their misery and not have to deal with what their consequences are. They should have to do intense labor. We should work them. We should test on them. Which, oh my God, am I sick for saying that? Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared. Guys, I'm sorry if this is controversial, but that's what this episode is. Just don't hate me, okay? And I'm also kind of just like thinking out loud, like I don't really know anything. I haven't even, like, I don't do research before I film these. I just kind of think of topics and write them down and start talking. So everything I'm saying is just like straight off the brain. I don't know a lot about anything, to be honest. Like I don't even know the laws and rules about like assisted suicide or gun control or anything like that, or AI. I barely even know about it because I don't even use it. I don't even like to use it. I've never done anything because I think it's so fucking stupid. I've just heard other people talk about it. So, but I feel like that's kind of valid, right? Like I think we should, these people who do horrible things that are on death row, we should not just let them get out of it. Like we should make them get tested on and make them do stuff like pedophiles and creeps and killers. Like they should be punished and not just get to have the easy way out. That's my take on it. And I also think like that doesn't make it right. Like, oh, they ended someone's life, so now you're just going to end theirs. Like, I feel like that is just, I don't know. I feel like that just doesn't really make like that. How does that would not make me feel better. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. Next one is vaccinations. And I feel like this one's very controversial as well. This one might be my most controversial take because I don't think they're that great, to be honest. I think if people want to get them, they absolutely should. If it will make you feel better, you absolutely should. I think if you don't want them, you should not be forced to get them. I think, I don't even know, something about like, wait, what does the Pledge of Allegiance say? I'm not even like political at all, but it says like, I don't know, something about freedom or something. I don't know. But I feel like, well, there's free speech. I feel like everything like should be choice. Like, why are we forcing people to do anything? Why are we being forced to keep a baby? Like, that's why I'm saying pro-choice. You should be able to choose. You should be able to choose assisted suicide. You should be able to choose if you want a vaccine or not. Like, why are we trying to force anybody to do anything? Like, I think that is just so weird and terrifies me. Like, what does someone not getting a vaccine have anything to do with you? It doesn't at all. Like, same with shout out Pride Month right now. Yes, I am part of that. I am bisexual. Dude, this is like so off topic. But like Pride Month, like you should be able to choose, like, I don't know, who you want to like. Like, I don't know. I just think vaccines are, I have some of them. Like I got them when I was younger, but I don't know if I will I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm afraid to say my true thoughts because I don't want to get canceled. But yeah, that's my take on that. I don't think people should be forced to get vaccinated, but I think by all means, if you want to get them, you should totally get them. And no one should be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. So, yeah. Then the next one I have is, has social media helped society or made it worse? I think both. I feel like kind of mainly made it worse. I feel like the one good thing about it, especially TikTok, you can find anything you need to know on TikTok. Like, it gets information out there so quickly, and that's why they're freaking banning it, which is insane. Like, why are we... Okay, I'm sorry. This might be really controversial, but I don't like our government and I don't trust our government. They're weird. They're really, really weird. Like, how are you going to ban TikTok and like censor people on Twitter and Facebook? Like, so strange. I don't know. I think banning TikTok, it's because information gets spread so easily. Like, people can find out anything on TikTok so quick. So I think social media has helped in that sense. Or like, if someone's missing and they like post a TikTok like, oh, this person, like, please help me find them, and the video goes viral and it like helps people. Like, I think it is beneficial in that way because we can get information to each other now very, very quickly. But I also think that has a negative effect, the fact that we're able to talk to each other so quickly and like easily accessible, because back in the day, like, you would have to like call people's house phones to like go and see them, or like when you didn't see them for a while and you came back. Like, now, like, you always have access to somebody no matter what. So it's kind of very strange, but I think, like I said, it's helped and not helped. Also, another way it has not helped is, like I was saying about kids in restaurants, like just having the iPads constantly. Like, I think a lot of times they don't help. Hold on, I need water. Me, my brother, and our friends yesterday, we went to like a beach and a lake, and it was so much fun. And since we were going to be there for a long time, we bought these huge water bottles. It's literally a liter. Where was it? I think it's a liter and a half. And it's a huge water bottle. So anyway, you guys did not give a single fuck about that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So social media has helped and not helped. I think it's mostly not helped. I think it makes people not appreciate each other because you get to see each other all the time online. I think it makes people not be able to have conversations in real life because they're so used to it being through a screen. I think social media is also addicting, so it makes you just be attached to your phone and not live in the moment and live in real life. I think a lot of things, but I think, like I said, the one good thing is we are able to get information to each other very quickly and connect with each other very easily. Next one is gay marriage laws. And obviously I think gay marriage is fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do people care what anybody else does? Like, if two men or two women or whoever, if you're trans, whatever, if you want to marry somebody, who gives a single fuck? Like, I don't understand people who care so much about things. So it's like, how does it affect you at all? Like, if somebody, like, people who are fucking pro-life, if this woman decides to get an abortion, How does that affect you at all? It does not whatsoever. How does someone not getting a vaccine affect you at all? How does someone marrying whoever they want to marry affect you? It doesn't at all. Like, people are just so crazy and have so many things to say about everything. And it's like, why do you care so much what somebody else is doing? Like, they are living their fucking life. That's another thing too. Like, so many people, like people who leave hate comments on people's stuff, I'm like, what is wrong? Not that again. People who leave hate comments on shit is so insane to me, because it's like, what are you doing with your life? Go the fuck outside and touch grass. Seriously. I don't think I've ever in my life left a hate comment on anybody's video. I've never went online and left a bad review somewhere. I've never done anything like that, because we're all fucking human beings at the end of the day. Like, if you go to a restaurant and leave a bad review, it's just like, grow the fuck up, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I've never gone into a restaurant. At work the other day, I'm a server at a restaurant. This guy's thing was like messed up, and he didn't tell me, by the way, what he didn't want in his thing. And the food he comes back and they're like, he didn't want this. I was like, oh, okay, well, he didn't tell me that. So I put it in, and I was like, I gave him his new one. I'm like, here you go. Like, I'm so sorry about that. Just completely ignored me. Dude, if something of mine is messed up at a restaurant, I'm apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but like, actually, I wanted this. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, how do people just act so rude and entitled when they go places? I will never, ever understand that. I don't understand how people can be that fucking rude. Like, I think gay marriage laws, the fact that that's even a thing, is ridiculous. I think, why the fuck does it matter who marries who? Like, why can't everybody just marry who they want? Why does it have to be like a law against that? Like, so strange. I'm trying to think of any other controversial topics. I feel like these were just a couple that I could think of. Please don't hate me for my opinions. I'm really sorry. That's just what I think about these things. And I guess I can go on to my advice. I have 2 pieces of advice for this episode. The first one is to be a good person and don't judge others for their opinions. Like, that is just baseline everything. First of all, you know the golden rule that you learn when you're like a literal fucking child. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Like, why the fuck are you treating these people so horribly because they have a different opinion than you? Like, I'm sorry, fucking grow the hell up. You're so... And it's like grown ass men too that get the most mad. It's like, why are you acting like a child? Grow the fuck up, seriously. So I just think, like I'm saying, I am pro-choice, but I don't fucking, like, I'm not gonna like go up to someone who's pro-life and be like, oh, fuck you, start yelling at them. Like I was saying earlier, someone else's opinion on things has nothing to do with me. So I'm just gonna live my fucking life the same as I would if I didn't know that other person's opinion. You know what I mean? Like, don't let other people's fucking opinions affect you at all, whether they're good opinions, bad opinions. Like, don't let it affect you whatsoever. Just like, be a good person. Like, be kind to everyone, be understanding to everyone. Even if you don't agree, you can just be understanding and be a good person, and don't judge other people for their opinions. Everyone was raised differently. Everyone's parents taught them things differently. And just because someone has a different opinion than you doesn't always necessarily mean that they're a bad person or they, whatever. Just don't judge other people for their opinions. I have plenty of friends that have different opinions on certain things than me, and we're still friends. It's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And my second piece of advice would be to be your own person and don't have an opinion just because someone else does. I think a lot of people now, especially, like, want to follow everybody else because they are so afraid of getting canceled. Like, cancel culture is so crazy. That's kind of another reason I wanted to film this, is because, like, kind of saying like a fuck you to, like, I don't know, I feel like that's so, like, people, especially like famous influencers, like celebrity, like YouTubers and stuff, it's like they film themselves all the time. Hold on, I have to see. They film themselves all the time, and, like, obviously somebody is gonna not agree with anything you say, to be honest. Like, even if you say like the most nice thing ever, like, I love everyone, people are gonna be like, why do you love everyone? Oh, you love horrible people? Like, that makes you, like, people will take such a nice thing someone says and still flip it around. So you literally can't please everybody. But so don't just do something because someone else is doing it. Obviously, do it if you agree with what that other person is doing. But I think that you just need to be your own person and have your own opinions. And don't be afraid of being canceled or whatever. Like, if someone cancels you for a stupid fucking opinion, like, obviously if you're, and I think obviously if you're racist, if you're a freaking pedophile, all that stuff, judge those people for their opinions, because that's not even an opinion. That's just like, you're a terrible fucking person. Like, that's not even a wrong opinion. That's just like, you are sick in the head. But other than that, like, it's fine. And be your own person and don't judge people and just be happy. And yeah, this episode's a little bit short. I'm sorry about that. It also would be kind of easier for me to talk about these topics if I had someone, like, next to me and we were able to debate them. Like, if I was able to have whoever I was with be like the opposite side, like we'd both have opposite opinions and go back and forth, that would have been probably better. But, you know, I don't have that. So I hope you guys still enjoyed this episode. I hope you don't hate me for my opinions. I wanted to kind of film this controversial video because I thought it would be very interesting and entertaining. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world. Next Saturday is my birthday. So the next episode that will come out after this one will come out on my birthday. So please, I would appreciate if you send me lots of love, lots of subscribers, lots of followers on my socials, which the link for all my socials will be in the description. And yeah, I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm grateful that I found something I like to do. And like I said, please don't hate me for these. It's not that serious. We can all have different opinions and it's okay. And yeah, I'm sorry again that this episode is pretty short. Next episode will be a little bit longer because it'll be my birthday episode. And yeah, I love you all very much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and turn the notifications on. And I will see you guys next Saturday on my birthday. Bye.